Hey, Sundi, be careful.
What? What is it, Jeff? What?
There's something over there. It could just ruin this whole thing.
Oh, is it a frowny face? Is it a sore loser?
Oh, worse. It's a moody Chicago line kick. Loose in the woods.
Making everyone uncomfortable.
Please pack your knives and go.
Hello, and welcome to But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio, a Top Chef Pairing. I am Jeff Brantley, your culinary and hospitality industry expert for this pod. I am with my friend Sundi, who has her own brand of expertise and will tell us some of our pod biz also before we get into it.
I'm Sundi, the pop culture professor. I am a self-proclaimed expert in all things pop culture, real heavy on the self-proclaimed. So, business to be had. We are brand new into the In the City and the Summer House stuff. We're not brand new to Summer House, but the reunion starts Tuesday. So between that and the second episode of In the City, y'all come on Tuesday night. So do that. Me and Emily drop them immediately after. Of course, Vintage VPR always on Wednesdays and Fridays. And we are trying out a new fun thing, this like mini mega crossover where we all three sit around and dish the hot goss.
Yeah, it's a mega mini crossover.
That's Thursdays to replace our Ladies of London, RIP.
Everybody knows a mega mini crossover.
Yes, mega mini crossover is the way to go.
Also, RIP for now, hopefully.
I mean, question mark.
That's
That
right.
and Housewives of Miami are teetering on the bubble. I am very concerned. But nonetheless, let's talk about much more serious fare here.
Thank you for the biz. It is Top Chef Season 23, Episode 12. And to catch us up, we had one more cook in the sun. We had the good switch 'em up, quick fire, a Michelin-style cook that featured rabbit, sent our beloved and nerdy Anthony home.
Oh.
But Sherry came through with win number 1. And almost win 1.5, and almost some money, but no.
No, almost was really the bitter thing. You know what I noticed in the scenes from last week and this week? Rhoda does not sweat one drop. Like, everybody's complaining about, like, oh, she was like, oh, my hair. Even last week when they were running around, they were all wiping. Nope. Rhoda, cool as a cucumber, maybe because her Hawaii business or her Filipino descendancy, but like she is not sweating the North Carolina climate.
She's got that Pacific cool she's coming in with.
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
What's that like? I'm
it must be nice.
Talking about it, I know.
5 chefs remain when we open in Greenville. Sherry and Lawrence, we get them in the morning. A little more Sherry background on this one with her family as we keep getting to know our few remaining chefs here. For it's Kristen in the morning. Always a little scary.
First off, those jeans are from the Buckle outlet 2011. Like they're terrible.
Because it's not bedazzling. It's a bigger stuff, and there's a lot of them.
There is, and they're like a barrel cut, and it's a lot going on. But more importantly, Jeff, she used her Wells Fargo active cash card to purchase this particular thing. That's the most important part about it. Her Wells Fargo active cash card.
Oh, well, that was really nice for her to bless that lady at Scout's Donuts with it. I just loved it. Some kind of card. I'm glad you caught the name of it.
Yeah.
I'm still having trouble with it.
They haven't really mentioned it. I will say this, though. Does Sherry and Rhoda's backstory sound similar? Like they both were like raised by their sisters, or their sisters had a really big part in something. Like because Rhoda tells
came to this
later.
country pretty young.
Yeah, and that their older sisters had to kind of like help raise them. I feel like those two are really
sisters
similar.
helping each other. There we go.
Yeah, sisters doing it for themselves.
That's right. Everyone's up now when Kristen enters, and to make it even more nerve-wracking, she sits. Like that, I just don't like that. But their time in Greenville is done. But Asheville is coming up, and I mean, I'm excited to see all of Asheville.
Oh,
That's
you
so
mean
exciting.
Not from the car window as they speed past, just pointing out like a Beverly Hills tour guide? Asheville got such the short end of this stick. Like it is shameful how they did Asheville.
Well, I mean, we know a lot more goes into it. It's who's giving money to Top Chef, so maybe we'll get more a little bit. I like what we saw, though.
There was a lot of talk about Hurricane Helene, which I think was important.
Right away, and this was, recorded almost a year ago now, which means I can't believe it's less than 2 years ago. That seems like a long, I mean, that was a very devastating thing to our region. I mean, it was a big thing, and it seems like years ago. I'm sure it feels like that to them also.
Yeah. I've been to Asheville we sort of like went briefly. We went skiing in Boone, and then we took a day to Nolan loves when I tell that story because I didn't take her with me. So she loves when I tell that story. And we sort of like jaunted into Asheville, which is really cute, and it's real like homey and folksy. And I liked it.
We keep hearing like cute and folksy. I mean, it's a pretty big town. I mean, there is some pretty fancy stuff there.
Yeah, but it's like it's got a feel of it. It wants you to feel like it is this like, Mayberry situation.
Yeah, it's bigger than that. But we're gonna meet a very cool chef, Asheligh Shanti, a Top Chef alum, and we're gonna go to her place, Good Hot Fish, as we start to hear about the elimination challenge.
Oh my God.
No quick fire. Create a dish featuring at least 2 Appalachian ingredients.
That sounds great. Can we just stop there? Is that the end of it? Can we just, y'all, just cook something with 2 Appalachian ingredients?
You sound how Lawrence looked. He looked very skeptical this whole time.
Yeah.
And I'll mention it again, and he should be. I mean, you've made it you're on episode 12. You've been thrown lots of curveballs at this point already, but you got 30 minutes to shop with $300.
To feed
3 hours to cook, 90 minutes to cook at the place, and that's for 200 people.
Yes. Are they cooking in an air-conditioned, very well established place, appointed where everything's at their fingertips that they've been in?
Outdoors.
There it is.
In a brand new spot.
She kind of, like, later on, she kind of braces past it, like Union Station or Union something. She's like, yeah, then you'll head over to blah, blah, blah. You mean they're going to head over to the woods?
It's not. I was going to mention this when we get there. I mean, it's like a very nice, curated family farm. It's not quite like I thought, where it was just out there in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, sure, they got electrical cords to the fryers, but they're still out. They still have bug fans keeping the mosquitoes off. Like, it's brutal. Like, it is brutal. Like, stop making these people do this kind of stuff. But Bad Twin is complaining already, too. Like, oh, God, it's just so much work. Like, oh, God, this and that. I'm like, okay, Bad Twin.
That is a lot of work. I mean, you were just saying.
It is, but I did not sign up for all of the work, right?
No.
And the payoff, as we know, as Kristen reminds us, is fairly substantial.
Yeah, and some of these things you win, you'll find out about at another time, which is the situation that Sherry's in right now.
Yeah.
So the crew hops in the car. Sherry, as you may love, immediately closes her eyes.
Yes.
Tries to get a little shut eye.
I like that they all fit in one car now.
Yeah,
I do love that. They can talk shit, and Seeger whips out his mushroom nerd. It's like, well, it's very moist in the Asheville mountains, so the mushrooms are going to be really good up there. And Sherry, rightly so, was like, okay, nerd alert. Apparently, he's a mushroom nerd.
Of course. They get to Asheville. They headed to Good Hot Fish. Chef Ashleigh's there to greet them solo. Lawrence, again, still looking very nervous. Like, he walks in first like, hey, chef. Like, he's just waiting on something to drop in, swing through.
But
there's just going to be...
To remind, though, remember, we learned some things about him, was it last week or week before, that he's never worked in a Michelin star kitchen. He did not go to culinary school until his
That doesn't need to come up.
Well, he said all this, but I'm saying, as he's feeling so out of his depth, because he go to culinary school until he was like 27 or 28.
Which is the cool way to do it, by the way.
Right, yes, but I'm just saying he is feeling out of his depth. And it's remarkable that he's made it to the top 5 now. Like, that is not nothing. That's not nothing.
No, absolutely not. It's awesome. Immediately you see this place is very cool, very funky art everywhere.
Yeah.
Draws heavily on a community feel. Like, it makes me ready to see some good food for sure.
It's a little bit of a teach. Chef Asheligh gives a little bit of a teach about some things that are local, like some things that are happening. Like, she kind of like, this is what you call in America's Next Top Model, a teach, where you teach them a thing, then they go do the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
We get some great examples of local food, like the buttery hominy grits, pawpaws that had made a brief appearance here recently, show up again. Leather britches, which was fairly new to me.
Yes, I've never heard of that in my entire life. Like, I don't know if we call it something different or if it is just like very specifically regional, but I've never heard of leather britches, especially as like a dried bean.
Yeah, I mean, I had heard of them, but I don't have much experience with them. Lawrence, focuses right on in that because of some Cantonese roots that he is aware of. Rhoda has her Filipina connection with the pawpaws. So very cool stuff, and how they're drawn on it from various spots around the world as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're talking a lot of community connections, hearing about Helene and the damage and the unity it kind of brought to the community. And she's even, not like we're going to go to this place and builds it up like we're going to go see a friend of mine.
Yeah, so they go to a second location. They all pile in the car. So it's very convenient now they're all in one car. They don't got to caravan somewhere. They don't got to call a pedicab. They can just pile in the one car and go to our second location, which is, it was very quick, Chai Pani.
Chai Pani.
Yeah.
Yep. I've been to this actual restaurant at this location. I have. They kind of have a offshoot down here in Atlanta as well. They're real tied in with kind of the Batuwala spices is involved with them. Also, they've shown up at a couple times, but a very awesome spot. We meet with their chef and owner and hear their take on fried okra, the tater tots with the tapioca pearl plate.
Yep.
He's also remembering the tragic time, but really cool. Talks about the outreach, getting to work with one of the best charities in the world, the World Community Kitchen.
So I have a little experience with the World Central Kitchen, the World Community Kitchen, because I did some work with Hurricane Michael in the panhandle of Florida when it came through Mexico Beach. Port St. Joe was ground center for that.
Yeah.
So I did relief down there, and there was a lot of folks that came to help feed them. These people were, there was not a light to be seen. There was not fresh water. There was not gas. So I stayed for about 2 weeks or so, and these folks were there. And like they said, getting with some of the local establishments, getting with local chefs, saying, "Hey, what do you have? What do you have? What can we do what can we compile to make and feed people?" So it was really cool. It was a little bit of triggering, a little reminder, because I did have to really rough it, take a shower outside and make coffee on a hot plate for 10 days or so. But I can understand kind of the connection to this particular organization.
And it got people together. You
Yeah.
got a sense of community, and they're really hammering that home in a good way here. You get a little drive around. We're not going to be in Asheville for long, like we said. But they're trying to shine a little light as much as they can. There's Corner Kitchen. It just reopened. There's this Bull and Beggar. Name Juniors, this Filipino place.
Which really perks Rhoda up.
There's two right away.
Yeah.
There's the fine dining one, and then they go to a barbecue truck that's also Filipino style, and she is.
Yeah.
I said lit. That's exactly
She's
what
"Hey,
she
is there a big Filipino community?" And they're like, "No."
Just two in a row right there.
Just, enough to eat on. So, but you can just sort of see the spark of inspiration happen there.
Yeah, we get a little bit more of a teach at the marketplace with this William Disson character.
46 years.
Yeah.
The marketplace has. Do we know this person? Do you know him at all?
No. But he's OG.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. But he says that Asheville is
We're getting loose with OG, is all I'm saying.
Huh?
We're getting a little loose with OG.
Yeah, for sure. OG of what is what I'm asking. But Sundi has a question here.
Yes.
Where he says that Asheville is one of the most biodiverse areas. What does that mean?
So where they are, it's not real high mountains, but it's up a little bit. So you've still got the biome of the area. So you've got mountain territory, you've got water territory, you've got the kind of midland. So they have a wide swath of stuff to pick from.
I see.
There's not a lot of places we're really close to some plains. You go up to North Georgia, there's very mountainous, and that's a very different area. This is kind of that whole Asheville area is all that compressed into one thing.
See.
Knoxville and Chattanooga and Tennessee are kind of like that. You can be in the mountains in 10 minutes. You can be on a lake in 15 minutes. There's a whole lot of different stuff going on.
And I have also never, ever had pickled green strawberries.
Oh, we've made those.
Yeah?
I've done those before.
I feel like I should try them.
Yeah, there's all kinds of pickles and ferments.
And acidity and sorghum and chow chow. There's a lot of talk of chow chow here. Jeff,
yeah.
You know a little bit about chow chow, don't you?
Also make a lot of chow chow.
Yep, you do. Lawrence immediately connects to it. They have to really zoom in on it, but okay, Lawrence is so hype about chow chow. Put a pin in that. We'll come back to that in a minute. But also something else I've never heard of is sour corn.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had sour corn.
It's fun to make. It's in that Victuals book, actually, that we talked about. We gave a recommendation for early on in the season. It's kind of like sauerkraut for cabbage. So you just take corn off the cob, salt, water, and let it sit. Well,
I don't know if that's for me.
You don't like sauerkraut?
I do not.
Well, there you
I
go.
do not. Carla loves sauerkraut, and she made Reuben's just last night, but that's not in my wheelhouse there.
Sherry's really noticing the purple hull peas, the dried beans. She's talking about her dish, the akaraje that she ends up making. And this is also where she finds out her advantage.
Yes.
Not even in the same town where she was.
Because it's a secret.
And it's 2 ingredients, off limits to the rest of the chefs, which is a decent prize. Is that? I mean, this is an elimination challenge 10 weeks in, and she won well, the other people can't make chow chow. I mean, they can pickle their own cabbage and vegetables, which is very similar.
And then call it slaw, sure. But
how about a few grand?
I mean, yes. Or how about longer to cook or less people to cook for?
There you go.
Something that could give her an actual edge. This is not
a fan.
Yeah.
Another fan.
I know. Like a cooling pad for
conditioner for your hair.
Yes. Or a haircut. Sorry, Sherry.
Oh.
But this is so strange to me because sometimes I just feel so connected to Appalachian culture, but I've never heard of an October bean. I don't know. Do we call them something else here?
We have cranberry beans.
I don't know what that is either.
Beans. Oh, well.
Yeah. Okay, well, put that on
your hands in the dirt, girl.
I know. You can put that on your list, too. This is where stupid bad twin makes a joke about knock scooper dong. Brother, don't do that. That's not what we're doing. We're not going to do that.
I think you should just say I'm bothered by Jonathan. Suffice if you want to.
Well, I only have him as bad twin in my notes from here on in. So there's
I
nothing
thought that
else.
part was kind of funny. Because they're so tired. And also we're leaving Asheville. That's it.
They didn't even spend the night in Asheville.
Nope. Great place to spend 2 hours. They're going back to Whole Foods.
Yes, thank goodness. But they already tell them, though, they're going to supply them with the protein.
Yeah, I had that. They do have more to pull from. They have the regular pantry, and then it's expanded a little bit with the Appalachian specific ingredients.
Siegler, which I don't know why I'm always saying Siegler, but that's what he is now. He says that takes the pressure off. Once they've sort of already chosen that for you and the shopping, that takes the pressure off. And buckwheat is important here. This is where they exchange the buckwheat situation. That's important because it comes up later.
Rhoda's making a chili crunch that sounds great. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lawrence just had one last week that sounded. I'm very excited. I would love to try some of that stuff specifically.
Well, this is where I just wrote a slaw inspired by chow chow, and I was like, isn't that just semantics? Isn't that
I wrote that actually in my notes when Sherry was going to use chow chow, and I'm like, because when I make chow, or when you meet other people that make it, the first question is, what do you put in yours? Because it can be whatever. So it's back well, I'm going to use chow chow. I'm going to use assorted pickled vegetables. How about that?
Yeah. So chow chow is a very broad term. And so her claiming it boxes them out a little bit in the way.
Very little. Yeah. But Lawrence is also talking about making fried catfish sandwiches for 200 people.
That sounds
This
so
is
good.
a lot for a crew to do in a day if you're talking full size ones.
This sounds so good though. I love a little catfish slider. Yes, please. I really like that Rhoda talks about how vulnerable it feels to make something that feels so close to her own situation. And then what if they like it? What if they don't like it? That's going to feel really embarrassing. So I really like that idea. The pawpaw ponzu, I can't imagine in my brain what that profile is like. That is I just can't get my mind around what it tastes like.
I know. We're gonna have to get you there.
Yeah, because I've never had a pawpaw first
right,
off, but
I
have had ponzu, but so I'm they talk about it like a banana, but I don't know. But here we go. Also, they don't have a smoker, so they're gonna do hobo smoking. And you and I had a conversation about hobos. Is hobo back?
Well, Jonathan's done this before, so it's he's don't have a smoker. I'm gonna make one. You did that a couple weeks ago.
But
no,
we're using hobo again. Is that what we're doing,
out
Jonathan?
There. I don't see why not. I mean, everyone's doing it. What could be wrong about it?
I mean, sure.
And they are going right to cooking. This has been quite a day.
Oh yeah, they're in the car.
I mean, even if they meet up by 8 when Kristen's coming in, I mean, it has to be 6:30 by this point. This is a day.
Yeah. See, I'm at the point now where every time somebody says anything, I'm always looking for clues, right? So the amount of times that people talked about Seeger's choice of liver. Ooh, that's bold. Oh, yeah. Is that what you're going to do? Like, are you sure? And he was so confident. And I was like, oh, no. Because it was between him and Sherry, because they spent a lot of time talking about Sherry's this and Sherry's that. So I was like, oh, no. What way is it going to go for these two people?
I was more worried about a different one. Actually, I'm very worried about Seegers, but, he's happy it's screaming Appalachia.
Sure. Chicken liver, it's a real crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sherry's, talking about, Sherry wants to showcase the bean.
Yeah.
And she also references Squid Game, not a documentary. So she is watching something besides documentaries.
I can't believe she has a TV in her house. Good for her. That is news.
That's Real Housewives and Squid Game that aren't documentaries right there.
Sure. Also, too, I know Top Chef is 23 seasons in, but if I could wave a wand and eliminate one thing, it's the check-in by Tom and whatever guest they are. This is just, I know every reality show does it. All of them is a thing to do, but this is just so distracting. And it's not like they're just like sitting around conceptualizing. No, they're actively doing this, trying to walk around, but you can't talk because Tom's got his brow furrowed and he's like making sort of like, oh, okay, is that what you want to do? And it's very taxing on the show.
I will say sometimes it does give the chefs a second to pause, think about what they're doing. You do have to put it through Tom's, grumpy filter. And sometimes, Sherry, those things can get someone upset, but I don't mind it. It's a little pause. Like, am I going too crazy with this? Lawrence is over here opening a bakery.
Oh, yeah.
He is just, I don't care for his, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm like, nah.
He says we are on point. And then Ashley says, that's risky.
Yeah.
No, don't want to hear that. Do not want to hear risky.
You don't like your big twin Flex helping out?
No, I don't.
Road over there?
I don't care for him. I find him to be a little off-putting. His favorite part is like the contribution to the hurricane. Shut up. Just like go back. I don't want to hear it. This is another time where Siegler talks about, it says perfectly every time. And I was just like, famous last words.
I underline that also.
Yeah.
Lawrence and Seeger are seeming the most worrisome to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ashley and Tom ask if
yeah, you sure, boo?
They're sure they're
sure, boo?
all working hard. All seem to have a great idea. Seeing some great things getting done. I mean, they're cooking bread, making crackers. You have Latin, Asian, French influences, all getting their takes on Appalachian food, which is very cool with only a few people left here.
I think Tom really learned his lesson about chit-chatting with Sherry, right? Because in their interaction, he was like, oh, okay, yes, it's just very different. Okay. Mm-hmm. He did not like how sassy she got with him last time, so he was just taking it real neutral this go around.
Tom has forgotten all of this as soon as he leaves. When that door closes behind him, that's here. And quick as hell, the time to wrap is here. I mean, their 10 hours of pressure is off. All that, that day ends so quick for it being so long.
So I love it when we get some behind the scenes in like the chef's quarters and stuff, but they're working out. Lawrence is taking the slowest stroll ever.
I don't know if they are working out. I think Garny Poo is working out.
See, Lawrence is just taking the slowest stroll ever on the treadmill. He's got it set to like 0.5. He's just like this, Seeger's working out his wank arm. Like, it is a very, very low-key workout.
Rhoda, however, wakes up pretty nervous. Down to a few elements now, so it's got to be hard not to. When you're doing one dish and it's not about service and who else you're working with or teaming up with people, it's on you. You're like, and you've already been prepping. So you're like, I've got to do this. And I'm hoping she's pivoting at this point.
Well, and then they say the phrase, we're on the way to the woods.
Yep.
And then also Siegler says he's got a foolproof situation.
Yeah.
Again.
It's foolproof, which only causes some worry.
Yeah.
And while we worry for a minute, we're going to take a little break and be right back. All right, we're back, and we are going to the woods. And I'm still saying it's a little nicer than I thought it was going to be.
In what sense?
Well, there's lights above them. It's all obviously like manicured, like the stuff they're walking on. The people have a huge pathway to come down. Like, you're just cooking outdoors. So it's not really.
They did away with the mosquitoes. They were like, listen, the mosquitoes, I'm going to need you guys to take 5. Do not come in this area.
Right outside of very fancy barn where people have weddings isn't exactly the woods.
And the humidity, too. I guess they, took a break on that as well. No, I will not acquiesce. This is ridiculous and torture.
It's not as bad as I thought. That's all. I didn't say it was
It's exactly what I
Lane
thought.
over here.
Rude.
We got some prepping starting up. Seeger is still rolling out cracker dough.
Mm.
That's not great.
Nope. No, but was it Rhoda that says there's a fine line between being ambitious and being practical?
Yeah.
And I think Seeger needed to hear that in that way because he's so confident. He is just, Sherry even mentions his pate. He's like, "Ooh, yikes. I really hope that it goes well for him." And then, like, there's a lot of comments kind of piling on. It really is doing some foreshadowing here.
No one's got me at ease. Like, Sherry starts over there. She's like, I see what she's doing. She's got her 2 spoons in her bean mix, making quenelles, and she's got to do 200 of these bad boys. That is very worrisome. Those take a while.
I mean, I even made a comment that it was so unnatural to see all of this stainless steel plopped down in the forest. It just felt very strange.
A new spot for our PAs to set up.
Yeah, I guess again. It just felt strange, right? I don't know, but everybody's worried about time.
Yeah, Jonathan's pressing his cakes out. Seeger's got stuff cooling down, like heat not helping at all, especially with his. Lawrence's bread looks awesome.
Yeah.
Sherry's stuff is rolling, and Rhoda's definitely pivoted now. She's doing a different kind of cabbage roll. It looks great.
Less time. We'll take her less to get it done and served.
I want Lawrence's sandwich as soon as it's ready. I want to be at Lawrence's table with that catfish sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
The second, as soon as I'm seeing it come together, of course, in concept, Lawrence tells me something, I'm going to want it.
Yeah.
But man, by this point, watching him be like 3rd, 4th step along the way here, really wanting it.
But you know who else doesn't like being in the woods? Sherry's hair.
Nope, she's having hair issues again.
Sherry's hair does not like being in the woods, but she's taking her chow chow with pico de gallo. Tom makes a fun pun later. I wrote it down later, so I can't call it to my brain right now.
Don't worry, it's dumb. We'll get there.
I didn't mind it.
We'll get
there. But again, I just wrote, what about mosquitoes and bugs? I mean, I'm just saying.
The only thing this show is SPF and mosquitoes.
Yes, like take care of these people. And then the people start filing in.
Yeah, Seeger, like we see his plate first, and I'm worried. Like it's it's not even just that it's a little runny. The amount and the texture of it to me seems like a problem. I mean, it's a huge hockey puck looking thing on there.
Yeah, it did not seem appealing to me. And
it sounds great. Now, this is the dish. No. If this is on a menu, wanting this. Like, I'm going to give it some leeway when I taste it because this sounds great to me.
I'm not going to order chicken liver pate.
Well, see, I'm a fan.
Yeah. Okay. So good. If we're going somewhere, you eat it then. But we get a little crossover here with Leva Bonaparte and Michael's from Southern Hospitality.
Yep. Have a question for you on here.
Okay. Because I have some questions for Bravo, but you first.
Why am I not watching this show with you?
I don't know. I don't know why you're not watching. This is the show we should have done. This is what Vanderpump Rules. What?
I really only ask you because you've given yourself a hard time for not giving it to us before. So
it's a really, really good show. Leva owns many, many, many establishments in King Street. This is my question for Bravo.
I'm Bravo.
Why are we just tossing her in without any sort of context? How did she get there? Yes, thank you for interviewing her, but is there some sort of expertise that she's lending? Where from Charleston to Asheville? What is this random? Was she just on a train and got off there? Like, this is very strange without any context.
How she got there was your...
Well, yeah, like did they make arrangements for her, and then they should have spent more time?
Of course.
Oh, yes, but I'm saying if they went through all that trouble,
she probably got to spend more time in Nashville than these people did.
I bet she did, but it just seemed very dismissive of her time and her status as a Bravo celebrity.
Oh, this isn't her. It's in her time to shine. This is the folks over here.
They gave a whole freaking segment to the Southern Charm people.
They gave them more money then.
Yeah, apparently. Guess so.
If you're interested in a donation to one of the places where they are cooking for it is Belove, Asheville, and Manna Food Bank. I got to look up the Manna one.
And we can put the links to those in the show notes.
I actually had a question for you about that. So thank you. Jonathan's getting bum rushed right away, as he says. Searing cakes to order, which is a lot. He seems to pull it off for the most part. Tom finally found a hat, so that's good.
Yes, I bet speaking of sunscreen,
I saw him for like 2 seconds without a hat.
He goes through a bit of sunscreen for that bald head, I bet. But yeah, so I guess Jonathan was unprepared. When they said 200 people, I guess he didn't understand that it was going to be 200 people.
Well, it's just a lot. I mean, they're all a little behind, and that's going to be it.
Some people did okay.
Okay,
Just
we're
saying.
understanding how you're feeling about
Just saying.
about him right now. Sherry's talking about her fried bean, and kind of topping it like a hot dog, which looks awesome.
Yeah, that's how she framed it to the folks, because she was sort of right in assuming that these people did not know what this shit was.
Josh and Mama don't know what it is.
Do you know Josh and Mama?
I do not.
So
But I like you, Josh and Mama.
Well, I want you to reserve that comment until you see some of their content.
All right.
So
I like what I've seen so far.
Their premise is that his mom makes all of this really, really white lady crazy shit,
chicken bacon ranch casserole.
Yes. And, she's dumping hot dogs with beans and mayonnaise and baking it and calling it a casserole. And so that is their bit. They're obviously very, very Southern. And she makes some of the most wackadoodle shit ever. It's tuna casserole with peas and pineapple. Just some weird shit. So my homework for you is to go and look up some of Josh and Mama's content to see what you think. I think your butthole is going to clench up so much for what this woman cooks.
Wow.
Yeah. So stand by. But yes, Josh and Mama got it.
We're going down the line now. We're getting each person. We got Jonathan first, the mountain trout and crab cake, which is odd, I believe.
Yeah.
Here we go with your sour corn and peach relish.
Apple aioli is
sage and apple.
Yeah, it seems interesting. I don't know how I don't know.
And then at some point there's a pickled green tomato element in there also that just some kind of, I'm wondering why the mix that does come up. It does look like he has, when he's searing those cakes to order, though, it has a real nice sear.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I think that's maybe a shortcoming of where they are also.
Yeah, well, it'll be good. Seeger needs to know that technique is a thing. So his technique was superior in this way.
Where did you just jump to Seeger on
Well,
that?
because later when he's getting his judge's, reflection, they were like, well, it's about technique and you're
Where in the Jonathan description are you really like?
I'm just saying this.
You know who we need to hate on real quick? Seeger.
Well, sure, always. But I'm saying, I think it's important to note that Jonathan's technique may have been the thing that saved him, because Seeger's like, let me read the rules. Blah, blah, blah. And Jonathan.
Let me make a note. So when we're later on in the show, if this happens to come up, we'll reference this part.
Sure, I'll read back. I'm just connecting some things that are happening. That's all I'm saying.
Some are happening. Some come in the future.
Okay, go. Oh, here we go. Here's when Sherry talks about it, her pico chow de gallo.
Right. Pico de challo. Come on. That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
Pico de challo.
That's better.
Come on.
Yeah.
She's a stew fan. She loves a stew. So we got a
Everybody loves a stew sitting outside in the 100 degree with 90% humidity. Everybody loves a stew. Of course they do.
Garlicky shrimp, always good. I like pico de challo. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, stick with it.
They like the earthliness. She's very happy about sharing her culture. They bring that up as well.
Yeah, they really like it. It's good. It's creative. It's good for the occasion. It's tasty. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear about it being tasty.
Lawrence, the catfish sandwich, leather britches bun, sourwood honey mayo, pickled slaw with Appalachian pickles.
Yes to every single solitary thing.
Absolutely. They're loving the mayo. Ashley is loving it, which is, she's the fish cooker folk around here. So that's a big one. It's sounding great all around. Old OG over here doesn't like it because he's not getting a lot of the bun, none of the bean in the bun. And I think
I don't know enough
bakeries. It's a real, baking's a real technical thing, especially making bread like this. It has to work as an element. If the bread works, then the thing that worked in there, if it's not coming through a lot, I kind of get it, but it's not the main component of the dish. We also are going to get to a lot of nitpicking later, so maybe this is just getting us ready for it. And it seemed like such a tiny thing, though.
I don't know enough about leather britches to understand how it would have come through or wouldn't. It seems like anything that's dehydrated, it seems like it could be a more subtler element, but I don't know.
I think I only mention it because of the way it's brought up. I also feel like if if he tastes it too much, it's like, well, I don't need this bean bun with my catfish. Like there wasn't a nice, like he was going to say something about it.
We should search out some leather breeches and see if there's something, because I'm so curious about it, because breeches is a real, interesting way to call it.
Get to walking. We'll get there.
Yeah. I love anything with an egg roll. Like you could roll up a bologna sandwich and be like, "Hey, this is a bologna egg roll." I'll be like, "Yep, I'm here. I'm here for it." So
stuffed cabbage, the Filipino egg roll, stuffed cabbage, pawpaw ponzu, apple butter mostarda, buckwheat chili crisp. There you go. There's your buckwheat, and I want this. I want this very much.
Yes, this is where I wrote. Rhoda is completely nonplussed. Not a bead of sweat on her brow. She is not Russian. She is just like, it's like she's doing ballet right here, and everybody else is doing, clunky clog dancing. It is beautiful how she just sort of like glides through this whole thing. Like she was made for this moment.
She gets to meet the folks from the Filipino restaurant we heard
Isn't
about.
Isn't that fun? That was really
excited.
Cute.
And keeping with our Bravo, shows here. Meet somebody, let's do some shots.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, shots are the universal solvents.
I know it.
In case y'all were wondering.
Basically, from this, what I'm getting is it's freaking delicious. The beautiful flavor, the pork well seasoned, nothing but good stuff around here.
Yeah, but it's not getting a lot of thumbs up.
Ooh, Eeyore and his thistle patch over there.
Yeah.
Like I see Seeger's not getting a lot. Like he is, people are 20, 30 deep all around.
That's so embarrassing.
Singer's just putting a spoon in his Bain Marie.
And we get a very brief moment of Leva and Michael's, which give it more. And, I would love chicken liver's a hard sale. I'm not standing in line for chicken liver. I'm not standing in line for almost any kind of pate because, this will be more important later, but texture is important. And pate, generally, the texture is just not appealing to me. Yeah. And then when I have to drink pate, no, thank you.
You don't have to. I won't make you.
Thank you. Thank God.
It does seem an odd choice for your one standalone dish in this area. And I mean, it's great for me to sit back here now and think on that. But it does seem like a very weird temperamental call. The dish is a chicken liver pate, a rye cracker, pickled watermelon rind, and greasy beans. A lot has gone into this,
Yeah.
And that mousse is not supposed to be that shiny. And it's just because it's wet, because it's melting.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
you can tell the texture just is not working.
I was begging these folks to stop talking about how wet it was. That's so freaking gross.
I do want to try it.
Nope. No. When I die and go to hell, that's going to be my last meal when I'm on my way. No, thank you. But Gail, you're lovely, is very diplomatic. She's like, it's a really good idea. It was a good concept. Sure. And then somebody comes in with a great idea only carries you so far.
That's Kristen.
Yes, there you go. And wet into wet is not what I want to hear about the thing I'm about to eat. Not wet into wet.
It's not what I heard.
Gross.
We're hearing good things about lots of folks, especially Rhoda and Lawrence seem to be what we're hearing about a lot. We get back to the chef stew. The folks are worn out, but feeling pretty good.
But before that, I would very much like to comment on the boldness of Kristen to wear satin in
yes. Did forget, let's get her and Gail. I didn't know if you had ideas on their fits.
It's the satin of it all. One drop of moisture, one drop of sweat, anything.
I feel it sticking to me watching it.
Yeah. And, that is just walking around in the forest of the floor of the forest with a satin all this much exposed. It was bold. You know what? But, she's
bold.
She's bold. She's unafraid, apparently, too, because I would have left there with impetigo with the amount of chiggers and mosquito bites I would have gotten. The entire satin situation would have been a different color because I'd be sweating through it.
Any questions on Sunday's skin health do not need to come to jeff@pinopod.com. All other inquiries can.
I'm just saying that there's a lot of things for me to be in the woods that need to happen, and a very specific sunscreen and bug repellent is one of them. But then you said they go to decompress outside,
right,
in the woods. They didn't even give these motherfuckers a tent.
Looked like a couple cold beers, probably.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just put my face in the ice. Forget a cold beer. Like, help me.
We're not with them long. We get to judges' table pretty quick.
They do a vendor chef walk, though. Instead of the judges walking up like a vendors, we get a slow walk to the chefs.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're down to 5 now, so.
We can fit them all on one.
Mm-hmm.
Tom brings up, this is a lot of stuff they weren't familiar with, had 200 people. I don't know if he's being, like, practical or real shitty at first. And then he's like, well, it's pretty tasty overall. Like, okay, man.
Yeah, he's hard to read. Like, he just reads bitchy.
Yeah, I'll defend him 1 minute, and then he says the most off-the-wall thing the next minute.
But, I mean, there's just not a lot of mirth or warmth about him.
Note to Tom.
More
mirth. Mirth it up.
There's just not a lot of warmth.
Season 24. Moss mirth.
I mean, I get, being the Simon Cowell of it all, but, like, he's not even that mean. Be all mean or be fine. Like, I don't know. Anyway.
What stood out, it looks like, first they mentioned Sherry, who looks terrified. Mm-hmm. They're like, it's good. Don't worry. I feel like
I know.
You're not in trouble. If you have to give my co-host here news, you might want to just, even if it's great, just be sure to tell her it's good.
Yeah, that's exactly. Don't send me a text saying we need to talk.
Sherry, Lawrence, and Rhoda stand out. Sherry's comment, like people ask her where he's from.
I loved this.
Let me push the plate to tell you about where I'm from. That's amazing.
I do too.
I loved that.
I loved that too. I thought that was a very, very elegant and a very succinct way for her to be like emoting where she's from and what she's doing.
Yeah, it was beautiful, apparently very flavorful. It was pulled from her culture as well as all the local flavor. So at this point in the competition, especially, this is what you're talking about. This is what you want. Rhoda, same. Great execution, especially the chili crisp. Great job. Top sous chef Seeger.
The ambition was absolutely delivered with Rhoda. They rewarded her like big high dreams and, the unifying situation. They loved it. So it was a real win for Rhoda.
Lawrence then, of course, talking about how he was drawn to the britches more.
Yeah.
They do say they missed that flavor, but the love of the honey mayo and all the other elements, especially the fish, and cooking it, the assembling it, doing all that stuff. It was great.
Gail is similarly fascinated with leather breeches like us. Like, she is also.
It's just fun to say.
Yeah, leather breeches. I have 2 pair of leather breeches in my closet right now.
All right.
So it's not what you mean when you say breeches. We're not talking about beans. Okay.
That was 2 pairs for everybody.
2 pairs of leather breeches, y'all.
Cue the snake.
Okay, here we go. Everybody's like, scary. I did a quick little like reverse Google image search. This is just like a rat snake. It's fine. It's harmless. It wasn't going to get anybody. I am fairly certain that Spencer the Grip released this just to give us all a little bit of a thrill, I think.
We don't do MVPs like we do on our, vintage Vanderpump, but Spencer would be up there.
Yeah, Spencer the snake charmer.
Yeah.
He won the day, for sure.
Who actually wins the day in our competition is Chef Rhoda.
Of course she did. Hello, duh.
Yes, great. Got to feel the Filipino love.
Mm-hmm.
Execute it all, and she gets an advantage.
That we don't know about yet.
Nope.
Don't you love it? You love that when they do that, don't you, Jeff?
No quick fire. So no prize given out earlier in the day.
They've won enough money.
You drove me through the city of Asheville, and now I get... For all my work, these are 2 big days in a row, and I get something in the near future.
Nope. Jeff loves it whenever they give a secret prize, TBD.
I don't care for it.
Now...
the least favorite, Seeger and Jonathan, right away, Seeger looks...
Jeff.
Pissed.
This is where it turned uncomfortable for me here. Okay, so break it down first, and then I'll talk about my feelings.
So we've got both
Sheena
of them.
Shea.
They're asking them the fun questions that you love.
Yes.
How'd the day go for you?
Do you
Did
feel
everything
good?
Go as planned? To the T, Seeger says, which if you're in our vintage VPR, that phrase coming up.
I would feel like in week 12 here, right? If one of the judges say, hey, Seeger, did your dish go as planned? That's a clue for me to be like, well, you know what? I think I should have done A, B, or C. Right?
Not exactly.
Right. Like maybe I could have done. No, he's like, absolutely. I stand by it.
Even though he does mention there may be a problem in a minute. Tom saying that it's not great. A loose moose. You got a loose moose here.
Disgusting.
Questions about how it was set up. And it's like he can't comprehend that it's like Seeger can't even comprehend that what they're saying, their complaints are even valid. Like,
it was incredibly
it's like,
runny.
but I used ice. Like, it is 100 degrees in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what's ice.
Yeah,
that goes away here.
And like, yeah, give us the one that's on ice, then, sir. Like, don't give us the one that's been sitting out.
Right, which wrote it in, like they said.
Yeah.
And Tom's even talking about, like, you can leave it in the third pan and spoon it out from there. You know how Sherry was doing her quenelles.
Mm-hmm.
Seeger could do that from the chilled third pan and never have to get those bags involved at all.
He was too confident. Confident.
Ashley sees it. She's not really having it. She's like, look, it's the execution.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, when she says it, it's Gail's like, also, you had that liquid from the pickles. Da-da-da. I was like,
wet on wet.
All right. Jonathan, his problems were more with, like, the acidity level. All acid, they're saying.
You know, I am prone to a lie bump. I'm not sure I could have eaten Jonathan's situation with all of the acid, like the.
What do you mean you couldn't have eaten it? You wouldn't have tried it?
No, I would have, but I would have paid for it later. Like, I would have had my mouth is tender. I have a tender palate.
Yeah.
So if I eat if I eat a lot of tomatoes or if I eat a lot of citrus, sometimes my mouth will rebel. And it seems like he could have benefited from more fattiness, which I always want.
Yeah.
More fattiness.
He talked about ramps and grilling ramps maybe when they were coming through with Chef Asheligh, and I never saw those in this, so I feel like something grilled and hearty on there would have been a nice breakaway also, but I don't know. Gail also here trying to soften the blow a little bit about all the good stuff that was done.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, I'm sure, just an assault on one sense. Didn't sound quite as problematic as the other.
Sundi has a question here.
Please.
So when the chefs are sitting around talking...
Yeah.
And Jonathan says, I feel like I have a bit of a palate. What is he saying right there?
He means he can taste pretty well. Because they're talking about it's all acid. Nothing's coming through. It's not really nuanced that much. And he's saying, like, I know nuanced flavors. I can tell. I can dissect this dish.
I couldn't read the subtext of that. I was like, that means you, like, I see what he's saying.
Rhoda jumps up to his defense. You know, it's like, I think you have a hell of a big palate or something.
So he was
like
disagreeing in private in a coded way, unlike what his counterpart did later.
Yeah, and I mean, when they're even talking about it, it's like, it has to be Seeger. Because they're like, this, and this. Jonathan, it was too acidic. Hey, why did you serve it like this? Why did you cook it like this? Seeger, why did you do this? Jonathan's, hey, it was a little acidic. You know, it's really, every way you look at it, it's a lot more on Seeger.
I mean, we saw it coming.
They're going through it. I mean.
Yeah, but Seeger, so they announce the pack your knives situation, and it's Seeger, obviously.
Yeah.
And what ensues was so embarrassing to me. I could not look at the screen. I was like, oh, Seeger, please just go.
He instantly pushes back. I mean, right away, he's got questions, you know, and Kristen is not having it, which thank you. Like, it didn't set up. And at that point, he really should know they are trying to be nice. Like, they could be shitting on your dish in a huge way here. There's no reason for them to protect you. Like, they've been kind as far as you know at this point.
And at one point, one of them even said, yours was the less dish. The other dish was better. That should have been it. That was the last word. That person...
What was the challenge?
This
man... You want to highlight the ingredient?
Read the rules. What did he think was going to happen? They were going to, like, overturn it like a freaking SEC referee? Like...
And Garney Poo's trying to help him, like, bro, calm,
up, bro.
Chill.
Bro.
Like, and it is, like, dude, one has to be worse. Do not blow up. Don't go out like that. I mean, he is exactly right. This motherfucker gets a copy, like you're saying, and he's reading it off like, I'm watching this, you know, it's usually like, when I was younger, especially, like, I would love to work for that guy. I would travel to go work for that person, Like, she would be amazing to work under. My, like, 25-year-old self snapped into this, and I was like, I don't want to ever work for that guy. He is advertising to the world, like, I am difficult to be around.
Yes. And I mean, but my thing is, to what end, sir, are you asking for a copy of the rules?
That's why they're saying, don't worry about it. Don't go out.
It's not going to change your fate. You're out. By the way, for the second time, sir.
Yeah.
Number 2.
And you didn't earn the spot back in.
No,
like you went through LCK. You just popped back in because two folks left.
Jen got hurt and her partner had to go with her. So, like, you know what? You're bold.
Dude, you're top 5. That's great.
Yeah.
You leave this with your head held high. And again, easy for me to say.
Well, he stands by his beautiful dish. So I'm embarrassed. This whole time I am I can't look at the screen. And listen,
I thought you would be I thought you would be like jubilant over this. The guy who you've on purpose have been mispronouncing his name since week 1.
It's not on purpose, by the way.
Since week 1.
Yes.
I've called him Sourpuss for a good third of the season.
I thought I would like it better.
I'm not celebrating it. I'm just saying.
And I'm thinking maybe it is the power.
I thought you'd like it.
The power differential that's making me feel embarrassed. Like if he had gotten into it with one of the other chefs, I think I would have felt okay and better about it. But like this just felt so embarrassing.
BS. He starts hollering over at Rhoda, and you're going to be fine with it.
No. I would like to see Rhoda handle him in a way. Like I want to see a conflict between them. But because he's on his way out and he's like scratching at the door, it just felt a little thirsty and sweaty, and it just made me feel sad for him. And I don't want to feel sad for him because he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, and I mean, that's it. We don't need to talk about it anymore. That's it. We're probably going to have to see that clip a ton of times now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's shown us some good stuff, so I appreciate his time on here. A worthwhile competitor for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're down to the final 4, Sundi.
Yeah. And so, like, next week is the last quickfire? What does that mean?
Next week is most likely the penultimate episode, and then there's going to be 3 for the finale, and out of those 3, 1 will be the winner.
So we only have 2 weeks left then? Is that
Possibly.
Huh. Okay, well, man.
It still wasn't up last I saw.
It seems pretty, I don't know, to go from 4 down to 1 in 2 weeks. That seems quick.
Yeah.
Yikes. I don't know. But R.I.P. Seeger. And I don't mean just because you're eliminated. I mean because you're dead on the screen. And I'm so sorry this happened to you.
But
no, I'm not sorry.
Lawrence's wife is still okay.
Yeah, and Dwayne. Dwayne is also okay.
Dwayne and Dwayne are good.
Yeah.
But where do you rank these 4 cheftestants in your final 4?
Okay, so the last 4 are super easy. Number 1, Rhoda. Duh. Number 2.
I'm going to play along with you. Same here.
Yeah. Number 2, Sherry.
Okay.
Number 3, Lawrence. Number 4, Bad Twin. I cannot believe Bad Twin made it to top 4. Are you kidding me? This is nonsense.
We flipped Lawrence and Sherry.
You have Lawrence number 2?
I have Lawrence 2. I actually put Sherry as 3 this time. So
I wouldn't be mad for a Lawrence win.
I'm good. I mean, a winner at this point. I mean, when it got down to like 8, I was like, there's 5 people in here. I'd be great with it. Winning.
Not Bad Twin. Bad Twin, no. Nope. That should be Anthony. 100%. Like, Bad Twin should be on his way back to his corporate chef gig, whatever, and that should be Anthony. But we'll see. My prediction is next week, Bad Twin, gone. Goodbye.
He's been on my defeated, I believe,
many times.
11 out of 12 weeks.
Yeah,
that I'm
many
it's
times.
Him. So has Seeger, and he's gone.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a very fun one. It's Tom's 20 questions.
Is this a thing? What is Tom's? Is this the thing?
Yeah, it'll be like a dish he'll be talking about, and you've got you start asking about its region and then ingredient. You're trying to get it down to what it is. There's a couple different ways to do it, but yeah, I think this is the last one for the finale.
This bullshit where you have to like make something to serve on unexpected.
I do not like it.
Yeah.
I don't even like when you give me like the cute little fry basket of fries. I don't care for that.
Yeah, you're a purist.
I mean, I can deal with when you got to put a cast iron in front of me. Great, a little cast iron skillet, no problem. Other than that, let's just put the food on the plate.
On the plate.
Paper clips. Nope.
Yes. I mean, this reminds me of the found materials challenge that like the drag queens have to like go through a dumpster and get stuff, or like the Project Runway people have to like go to the like discarded things of a circus. Like this is making it needlessly hard at a moment when it should just be all about the food.
There's 4 people left. This is a horrible time for that. This is like week 1.
Yeah.
Or you just arrived, got from the airport.
You're right.
We're here for a first quickfire. Hey, put stuff on paper clips.
Exactly. This is not top 4 people.
No.
Like, this is so disappointing. But I mean, we'll
maybe
see.
Sherry's or Rhoda's advantage will be a plate.
Maybe. But this is the
Wouldn't
final...
that be exciting?
Oh, yeah, I'm surprised. This is the final elimination challenge. I wrote that down. Is that true?
They said it's the last episode before the finale, so...
Well, I mean, we'll see. I am I don't know. I don't want to poo-poo too much because I've never seen this happen in a cook challenge situation. Like, what do you
that's how this usually.
They hold paperclip fruit leather. Like, that seems wild.
Oh, I mean, in fine dining especially, there's so many things people try to use as plates. There's a whole movement like we want plates on Reddit or Instagram.
Seriously?
Yeah, Brooke and I have been on it for a year. I mean, because it's like, here's this puzzle box. I like this when I was a kid, and I liked steak when I was a kid. So I'm going to give you a steak on a puzzle box.
So whack.
No thanks.
Whack. Well,
okay. Sometimes the things we've been using for hundreds of years are just fine.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just keep it simple.
Call me old-fashioned.
Yes. Well, I do appreciate...
I want that to be my new nickname. Please start calling me old-fashioned.
I do appreciate you toughing it out with the chaos that we are remote but good at my house, and there's been, a lot of activity, so I do appreciate you toughing it out here.
We're getting down to the wire. And, a fun Memorial Day to all.
Yeah, not a quiet ride for this one, but
fitting for our fireworks here at the end.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So you guys, please find us on all of our social medias. Let us know. I'm interested in this anything but a plate situation.
Yeah.
So come at us about this. Send us all the things you need at Take a Pinot Pod. And next week we are in the final throes of it. My prediction is Rhoda. Sisters doing it for themselves.
That's right. And I'm going to go Sunday some We Want Plates, so y'all look it up too.
Yeah, We Want Plates.
We'll be back probably later in the week with another Mega Mini crossover.
That's right.
Always look for us for Vintage VPR. All our fun stuff she talked about earlier. And we'll see you next time for Top Chef Pairing.
Stay close.
Thanks, y'all.